21 জুন 2024 আৰু আজি আমাৰ প্ৰথমটো টপিক হ'ল দ্য হিন্দু নিউজ পেপাৰত অহা ফ্লাড এফেক্টেড চিলড্ৰেন টু চুন গেট স্কুল ইন এ বক্স। GS5ৰ কাৰণে বহুত বেছি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় আৰু ফ্লাডৰ সময়ত আমি কি মেজাৰমেণ্ট ল'ব পাৰোঁ সেইখিনিৰ ওপৰত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয়। নাও এইটো স্কুল ইন এ বক্স ইনিচিয়েটিভ বাই একচুৱেলি ইউনিচেফ ডিউৰিং ইমাৰ্জেঞ্চিজ আৰু য'ত থাকিব supplies and materials for a teacher and up to 40 students. Now, অসমৰ flood affected যিখিনি regions তাৰে ল'ৰা ছোৱালীখিনিয়ে will get the school in a box in model relief camps across Assam. আৰু তাৰ কাৰণে Assam State Reservation Authority has started training the officials regarding the uses of this initiative. Now, it will help them address the educational gap or educational limitations যে বানপানী অহাৰ কাৰণে যেতিয়া স্কুল এক্সট্ৰা বন্ধ হৈছে সেইখিনি এডজাষ্ট কৰাৰ সুবিধা হ'ব। অ'কে, এণ্ড আৰ্লিয়াৰ it was for the children up to age of 6 years. Okay, now the concept will cover the older children also and provide them for notebooks, drawing books, pencils and learning materials to help them overcome the trauma of losing their homes or a favorite or a family member. So important হয় ডিজাষ্টাৰ মেনেজমেণ্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হয় GS3 and GS4 কাৰণে বহুতেই ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট। অলছ' ইউ কেন ইউজ দ্য এক্সাম্পল ইন দ্য GS4 ethics paper বেষ্ট প্ৰেক্টিচেছ মেজৰ হিচাপে। দ্য নেক্সট টপিক ইজ দ্য ফ্লাড ইছ্যু এগেইন। নাও ফ্লাডৰ কাৰণে ইন দিছ আৰ্টিকল ইট হেজ বিন ডিছকাছড দ্য লিমিটেশ্যন অফ দ্য কাৰেণ্ট মেজাৰ্ছ এণ্ড হোৱাট উই কেন এডাপ্ট ইন ফিউচাৰ। নাও ইয়াতে কোৱা হৈছে যে Assam has built since 1950 more than 400 embankments along the Brahmaputra River and its tributaries. And out of these, more than 50% are believed to have outlived their intended lifespan. Or hetu karone homoy the embankment ba mothawari get breached regularly and even damaged and destroyed. Also, during the post-flood reconstruction phase, government agencies often resorted to simply fixing the damaged and destroyed embankments যিখিনি already নিজৰ লাইফস্পেন ক্ৰছ কৰিছে and do not build them back better. Okay, আৰু hence during flood time the next year again তাৰ পৰা আকৌ the vulnerability aspectটো বাঢ়ি যায়. Okay, but as per the critics the embankments themselves are also known to have exacerbated the Assam's flood problems. কিহৰ কাৰণে? Because flood caused by embankments breaches are often more severe than the regular floods. Okay, আৰু লগতে বেছি এক্সপানশ্যনলৈকে কভাৰ কৰে। Embankments also obstruct flood waters from retreating back into rivers once floods have subsided. But the critical aspect is that as per the critics, although there are limitations, Assam continues to remain fixated on embankments. One of the major reasons behind this is corruption and vested interests of engineers, contractors and some of the politicians. Okay, so সেইকাৰণে on this aspect one experts opined that Assam has increasingly moved towards becoming an embankment economy. Why? Because যেহেতু flood every year আহে তো তাৰে কাৰণ যিখিনি ডেমেজ হয় তাৰ কাৰণে embankmenটৰ কাৰণে every year contract ওলায়। অ'কে, চ' সেইকাৰণে it has been criticized as an embankment economy. Now rethinking adaptation, ইয়াতে আমাৰ দুটা বস্তু হ'ব যে এটা হ'ল IPCC ৰিপৰ্টত যিখিনি জাষ্টিছ এছেছমেণ্ট ৰিপৰ্ট যিখিনি বস্তু আহিছে, ছেকেণ্ডটো হ'ল some international practices. For example, in USA, what happened in 1993? The government purchased large flood-prone areas and properties from the local communities. So, যিখিনি জায়গাত flood হয়, government bought those regions and converted them into wetlands. And after that, it yielded desired result. যেহেতু wetlands create কৰি দিলে, it started acting as a sponge during the flood time. The second example is in the province of Manitoba, where Red River has been causing floods. That key correlates authorities undertook the construction of massive system of diversions, dikes and floodways, including the Red River floodway and portage diversion, which proved to be effective afterwards. Similarly, the Netherlands model is being followed by many countries, including China. So, যদি আমি কওঁ যে এডাপ্টেশ্যনৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত ইন ফিউচাৰ as per IPCC report and various committees, first to hold protecting, restoring and managing natural forests in the catchment area. So upstream forest flows and retain surface water runoff. ৰিডিউচ ছইল ইৰ'জন এণ্ড লেণ্ডশ্লাইড তো ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ ইৰ'জনৰ ইছ্যু আৰু ফ্লাডৰ ইছ্যু দুইটা এড্ৰেছ হ'ব পাৰে ছেকেণ্ডটো হ'ল প্ৰটেক্টিং এণ্ড ৰিষ্ট'ৰিং দ্য ৱেটলেণ্ডছ যিহেতু নেচাৰেল স্পঞ্জ হিচাপে কাম কৰে আৰু থাৰ্ডটো হ'ল মেইনটেইনিং অৰ এনলাৰ্জিং নেচাৰেল ফ্লাড প্লেইনছ চ' ডেট দ্য হাৰ্ম কেন বি ৰিডিউচড চ' ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ GS 5 পেপাৰ আৰু GST পেপাৰ ডিজাষ্টাৰ মেনেজমেণ্টৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত Now, the next topic is lightning. So, lightning is a powerful and visible electrical phenomenon that takes place when there is a build-up of electrical charges within clouds and between clouds and ground. So, that actually কি হয় যেতিয়া cloud formation হয় এই cloud formation কি হয় the lower regions আৰু upper regions দুইটাৰ আয়নৰ ডিফাৰেঞ্চ এটা আহে আৰু due to this difference কি হয় lightning grow হোৱা ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰে আৰু when it becomes too powerful it strikes the earth surface okay the discharge of this electrical energy results in a brilliant flash of light and a rapid expansion of air creating a catastrophic thunder আৰু cloud to ground lightning is dangerous because it can electrocute people so যিখিনি ক্লাউডৰ মাজতে হয় সেইখিনি ডেফিনেটলি ইমান বেছি ইছ্যু নহয় কাৰণ ফ্লাইট যিবিলাক এৰোপ্লেন থাকে তাতে অলৰেডি টেকনলজি এডপ্ট কৰা হৈছে সেইখিনি বস্তু এড্ৰেছ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে বাট ক্লাউড টু গ্ৰাউণ্ড ইজ ভেৰি ডেঞ্জাৰাছ ফৰ দ্য পিপল আৰু ইণ্ডিয়া ৰেংকছ এমং দ্য 5 কাউণ্ট্ৰিজ ৱৰ্ল্ড ৱাইড উইথ এন আৰ্লি ৱাৰ্ণিং চিষ্টেম ফৰ লাইটনিং অ'কে নেশ্যনেল ক্ৰাইম ৰিপৰ্ট ব্যুৰ ডাটা মতে ইন 2021 লাইটনিং একাউণ্টেড ফৰ more than 2,800 deaths comprising 40% of the accidental deaths caused by forces of nature or as per data Assam is the 9th most lightning prone state in India as it has reported 46 deaths in 2021 but Assam is the only state in Northeast among the top 16 states which have reported lightning deaths. Okay. ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে গভৰ্ণমেণ্টে ইয়াৰ এড্ৰেছ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে দ্য ডামিনী এপ was developed by the Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology and Earth System Science Organization under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Okay. So Damini app triggers warning about lightning strikes 3 hours in advance, which can reduce the losses to life and property. So over 1 lakh lightning strikes recorded in Northeast in the last 3 days itself. Okay, and 33,528 lightning events took place in the sky over Assam. So this speaks about the emergency issues needed for the lightning in আৰু সেইকাৰণে আমাৰ GS3 ডিজাষ্টাৰ মেনেজমেণ্টৰ কাৰণে GSIৰ কাৰণে বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ইয়াৰ লগতে যিখিনি ইয়াৰ ক্লাছিফিকেশ্যন আছে যেনেকৈ there are 2 types of strikes clouds to ground and inner clouds তো সেইখিনি বস্তু ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট হ'ব পাৰে for GST paper the next topic is NRC issues আৰু NRC updation in Assam now what happened NRC মানে কি হয় National Register of Citizens is a document containing the name of all Indian citizens of Assam prepared in 1951 following the census of 1951 and was updated recently for Assam now NRC need কিহৰ কাৰণে আছিলে to ensure people's right better policy making etc but also there are some positive consequences like it will enhance the internal security issue in Assam will prevent future illegal migration will reduce fake voting etc okay these are the positive aspects but there are some negative aspects like as per various critics there are discrepancies of the data law and order issue fake cases কিছুমানৰ যিখিনি একচুৱেলি ইণ্ডিয়ানে হয় বা তেওঁলোকৰ ভোটিং ৰাইটছ লছ হৈছে সেই ডিছক্ৰিপেঞ্চিৰ কাৰণে দেন লছ অফ প্ৰপাৰ্টি জুডিচিয়েল পাৰ্টি এটচেট্ৰা In this article, the previous state coordinator has described certain issue কেইটা হ'ল যে lakhs of names of persons were entered into NRC Assam as original inhabitants whereas they were immigrants and in no way original inhabitants. He gave the example of Somalia. In Somalia there were actually only 500 original inhabitants but the NRC documents ahil that more than 64,000 names were included. The next is 13,18,639 names included in NRC were those persons' documents which were warned as not valid done via special verification process called DMIT. So, যদি এখিনি valid নাছিল that means there are discrepancies. Third to whole there is discrepancy in family tree matching. So আৰু লাষ্টৰটো হ'ল around 50,000 names who are actually Indians were found missing in the NRC. So these are the 4 priority issue as described by the state coordinator. So NRC means kind of important it is very important for the GSV paper. Next is Olympic 2036 prelims kind of important. The Prime Minister last year articulated regarding India's aspiration to host 2036 Summer Olympics and become the only fourth Asian country to host the games. Now, why ইয়াৰ পৰা আমাৰ ইম্পৰ্টেঞ্চটো কি হয়? It is the showcase of global standing and soft power, prestige and global recognition for India, cultural diplomacy and soft power position of India. Now, why in the news? Because the ministry recently said that they want to recommend yoga, then T20 cricket, kabaddi, chess, squash, kho-kho, etc. For India's speeds during the Olympic speed. Okay, so important hoy prelims karone. The next topic is reservation ceiling, very important for and GS2 and prelims paper. See, আমাৰ যিখিনি ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যন আছে তো মেইনলি আৰ্টিকল 15 ক্লজ 4 আৰু আৰ্টিকল 16 ক্লজ 4. অ'কে, 16ত মেইনলি জবৰ কাৰণে এণ্ড 15ত এডুকেশ্যনৰ কাৰণে. আৰু আমাৰ ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যনৰ চ'ৰ্চ কি হয়? আমাৰ যিখিনি আৰ্টিকল 14 বা 14 to 18 আমাৰ যিখিনি ইকুৱালিটি আছে ডেট ইজ নট এবছলুট. বা কি হয় যদি এবছলুট নহয় ইট ইজ ৰিজনেবল. But who defines reasonability? The Supreme Court defines reasonability. Or as per the Supreme Court judgment, there is a judgment called Indra Sahni judgment 1992. Jot koha hoise the reservation should not breach the 50% limit. Why? Because of efficiency. But recently via legislation in 2023, Bihar government increased the reservation quota. Okay, more than 50%. So, Patna High Court on Thursday set aside this notification or said that and strikes down the 65% quota. So, main issue to hold say reservation yate jehetu education karone hoy Article 15 clause 4 পৰা আহিব. And Article 15 clause 4 speaks about SCBC, socially and educationally, not economically, socially and educationally backward classes, right? So in this judgment, the High Court said that the criteria to qualify for reservation is SCBC, socially and educational backwardness. Okay, so Article 15 clause 4 already likha ase. And second to ki hoy, it reiterated the 50% limit to vertical quotas that the court had laid down in the earlier judgment, mainly Indra Sahni judgment. So in the Indra Sahni ruling, 50% ceiling was introduced by the Supreme Court in a landmark decision. Okay. তো ইয়াতে কোৱা হৈছিলে যে 50% should not be breached for efficiency purpose. Okay. Now, various government later tried to increase their reservation limit, but also in 2019, Supreme Court reasonability আৰু লগতে Article 46 or weaker section কথা কৈছিলে in the EWS judgment, and where it was made an exception. য'ত 10% quota for EWS যে দিয়া হৈছিলে আৰু it breached the 50% limit. Okay, so reservation is important for this. The EWS is economic reservation, Article 15 clause 6, Article 16 clause 6. And now why economic reservation allowed? Because equality is in India is subject to reasonability. Our reasonability কি হয় সেইটো Supreme Court define কৰে. And in the Indra Sahni judgment itself, it brought in the OBC creamy layer. আৰু ক্ৰিমি লেয়াৰ যিহেতু ইকনমিক এটা কোটা হয়, ইট ইজ বেছড অন ইকনমি এণ্ড ৱেল্থ, সেইকাৰণে ইকনমিক ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যনটো সুপ্ৰিম কোৰ্টে এলাউ কৰিছিলে. অ'কে, তো ভেৰি ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট ফৰ ৰিজাৰ্ভেশ্যন পাৰ্পাছ. ইয়াতে আমাৰ কুৱেশ্যন আহিব পাৰে. ইয়াত আমাৰ আৰ্টিকল 342, আৰ্টিকল 341, ৰিচেণ্ট যিখিনি NCBC নেশ্যনেল কমিশ্যন ফৰ বেকৱাৰ্ড ক্লাছেছ 102nd amendment, those things are also important for DCR mains. The next topic is yoga day. Prelims কাৰণে বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট. এই বছৰ থিমটো হ'ল yoga is for self and society. তো yoga বহুতে কয় যে পতঞ্জলি ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিছিলে, বহুতে কয় যে হিৰণ্যগৰ্ভ started and Patanjali popularized. So there are 8 limbs of yoga. এটা হ'ল ethical principles, yamas, positive duties, niyamas, physical postures, asanas, breath control, pranayama, sense withdrawal, pratyahara, concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and self-realization samadhi. Okay, তো ইণ্টাৰনেশ্যনেল য়োগা ডে 2014 21 জুনৰ পৰা আমাৰ পালন কৰি থকা হৈছে। য়োগা ইজ ন'ন ফৰ ফিজিকেল এণ্ড মেণ্টেল হেল্থ বেনিফিটছ আৰু প্ৰিলিমছৰ কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট আৰু এই বছৰৰ থিমটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট। The next topic is agriculture issue. Now in this article, a US lesson for Krishi Bhavan. The writers discuss about the issue of fragmentation of departments under agriculture and various issues. Aru he has in his way forward said that US model will be more suitable. Now the fragmentation in the name of having dedicated education promoting specialization that India's agriculture sector has been victim to this. During Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's tenure, community development corporations were made part of the food and agriculture in 1966. In 1974, Ministry of Education was merged with Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Okay, so why it benefited the government policies? Okay, আগৰ সময়ৰ পৰাই যেতিয়া মেক্সিকান হুইট ভেৰাইটিছ আমাৰ ইয়াতে ইণ্ট্ৰডিউচ কৰা হৈছিলে, গ্ৰীণ ৰিভলিউশ্যন, দেন ছেটিং আপ এগ্ৰিকালচাৰ প্ৰাইচেছ Commission and Food and FCI, etc., MSP, National Dairy Development Board, etc. So there was one department or two departments working together. Okay, but in recent times there have been too much fragmentation. For example, fertilizer department, rural development, irrigation, food and civil supply, etc., were cut off into separate ministries. Also, different commodity-based boards such as spices, rubber, coffee, tea, tobacco function করে Ministry of Commerce under. That means again there is segregation. The Cotton Corporation of India and Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee are under the Ministry of Textile and Ministry of Environment. So this so as per so there are too much fragmentation, and due to so much of fragmentation, a unified support to yate oha nai. So in the issue in USA, what happened? The model should be the US Department of Agriculture. It is the sole federal agency responsible for public policy on farm production and land conservation, food, nutrition, research, marketing, foreign trade, and rural development. য'ত ইণ্ডিয়াত বেলেগ বেলেগ মিনিষ্ট্ৰীও আছে, ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্টো আছে, ইন US there is only one single organ. Okay, it is headed by single secretary of agriculture, which report directly to the US president. So following this model will again help in the concentration of all the agriculture departments into one ministries, and which will help to address the agriculture issue in the country effectively. Okay, the next topic is the need issue. So recently NTA was in the news. NTA is autonomous organization, okay, established in 2017 by Ministry of Education to standardize and streamline the conduct of entrance exams across India. So recently about the NEET exam, government informed Supreme Court that those 15 candidates যোনে গ্ৰেছ মাৰ্ক পাইছিলে, অ'কে, তেওঁলোকৰ স্ক'ৰ কাৰ্ডখন কেঞ্চেল কৰি দিয়া হৈছে, এণ্ড দে উইল হেভ দ্য অপৰচুনিটি টু ৰিটেক দ্য এক্সাম অন June 23rd. অ'কে, ইয়াৰ বাহিৰে আফটাৰ দ্য UGC নেটৰ যিটো ইছ্যু হ'ল, আফটাৰ ডেট গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট এনাউন্স ডেট about formation of a high-level committee to provide recommendations for enhancing the structure, process, data management, and security protocols of the NTA. Okay, the committee will comprise of technocrats, scientists, educational administrators, academics, psychologists, etc. Important hoy maybe GS for case studies or karne yet important ho pare. The last topic is about methanol poisoning. Methanol is a colorless, fairly volatile, flammable liquid with a faintly sweet pungent odor, okay, like ethyl alcohol. Now the issue of spurious liquor. Now what happened? This type of liquor contains methanol in addition to ethanol. Okay, ethanol is sometimes added to increase the intoxication effect. Now your deadly effect to ki hoy, it is metabolized into the liver to formaldehyde by alcohol dehydrogenase enzymes. So formaldehyde is further metabolized into formic acid. Okay, this account of formic acid leads to acidemia, damaging various organs. Okay, so our methanol add kiyo kora hoy to enhance the intoxicating effect of the liquor. So ইয়াৰ পৰা neuropathy, cerebral অডেমা হেমৰেজ এণ্ড পটেঞ্চিয়েল ডেথো হ'ব পাৰে আৰু ৰেগুলেশ্যন কি আছে দ্য ফুড চেফটি এণ্ড ষ্টেণ্ডাৰ্ডছ ৰেগুলেশ্যন 2018 stipulate the maximum possible quantity of methanol is defined okay and schedule 1 of manufacture storage and import of hazardous chemical rule 1918 includes methanol Indian standard IAS 517 applies to how the quality of methanol is to be ascertained আৰু Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers has recently notified quality control order for mandatory certification for methanol okay so these are the various regulation the recent issue in